Hey guys, and welcome back to a new video on this channel. I'm Sabi from CodeRevolution. So let me show you the latest update for aiomatic, as starting from today you will be able to call rules in OmniBlocks from webhooks. And not even this, but even more, you will be able to pass parameters from the webhook URL directly to the OmniBlock, and it will be able to use this data in processing. So let's get started and let me show you this in action. Aiomatic is linked in this video description. The feature described in this video will be available in the latest version of aiomatic and from there on. So let's create a rule in the AI OmniBlocks just for testing. And let me show you how this new feature will work. So first of all, I will show you that in the Add OmniBlock drop down you will be able to select a new OmniBlock type, webhook listener. So if we add this OmniBlock to our queue, we can put this anywhere in the OmniBlock processing queue because it will work. So regardless of its position, it will be able to listen for webhooks, and it will be able to start processing from top to bottom regardless where it is. So if it is in the middle or if it is in the bottom, it will still start processing, and it will still receive events, and it will start processing from the top to the bottom. So even if it is not first, it will start processing with the first OmniBlock, and processing will go down from there. Okay, so let me set up just a quick example. Let me delete all these other OmniBlocks which were added by default here. And in the publish post OmniBlock, let's leave only the AI text 1 shortcode which this OmniBlock generates. So this will be the post title. The content, let's remove it, and we need to remove also the featured image OmniBlock, which is OmniBlock which was deleted by me previously. So after we done these changes, we can go in the create title for keyword, and instead of the keyword shortcode, let's actually use webhook data, this webhook data AG shortcode. So this is a shortcode which gets data from the webhook, and the webhook data AJ is a shortcode which gets data from this webhook. So AJ is the ID of the webhook listener OmniBlock. So in this case it's AJ, but in your case this might be something different. Okay, so actually we should go ahead and save settings now. Don't forget to add also a keyword in the keywords just for this to work, and afterwards the webhook listener will provide you with the actual webhook URL which can be called, and this is an example URL. We can go ahead and call this. Keep in mind that sorry. So keep in mind that there will be some parameters in the webhook URL, and OmniBlock ID 0AJ, this must not be changed by you. This is important to be not changed, but because if you change this OmniBlock, webhook will not work anymore, but you can change the input in any way, and even more, you can add more parameters or change the name of the input parameter or anything else you wish. From here on, you can change the URL in any ways imaginable. Okay, so we got this webhook listener and actually what it will do is that we can also disable the scheduling of this webhook rule of this OmniBlock, just to be sure that we will not get any posts. So let's delete the post that we got, and it seems that it was imported by another plugin, so we don't have any post created, 0 posts generated by this OmniBlock rule. Okay, so now let's go ahead and test our functionality. We want to set input, for example, test input. Let's change the name of the input parameter to test input, and let's say I want to get the test input only in my AI text OmniBlock. So for this, instead of webhook data AJ shortcode, at the end of the shortcode after the AJ part, I write underscore and add the test input text, which is actually the same as the parameter which is value I need to import in this shortcode. So after this, let's save settings to be sure that we don't miss this, and we can go ahead and execute this OmniBlock. So if everything works well, you will get a similar message, success true and data rule ID OmniBlock ID, which was executed. And this OmniBlock is run right now and executed. And one post is generated even though the scheduling of the plugin using WP cron is disabled. So you notice that cron is launched now by the OmniBlock, the webhook OmniBlock. Mastering webhooks in WordPress, step-by-step recipe for automating your website. So note that webhooks in WordPress was passed to the plugin from this URL. So afterwards, this title, craft and attention grabbing SEO optimized title for recipe post about the following keyword. So it is a recipe post about webhooks in WordPress, and the result is this: mastering webhooks in WordPress, a step-by-step recipe for automating your website. Okay, so as you can see, this is how you will get especially the test input parameter from your webhook. If you want to get all parameters excepting the OmniBlock ID, you can delete this part, and like this, this shortcode will import all parameters and also their parameter names to this shortcode, and the AI writer will get this info. Okay, so go ahead guys and check it. One more important thing to note is that you enable scheduling for this webhook, then the plugin automatically calls it without getting a webhook but using cron. Then this webhook listener will not return any value. It will return, using these shortcodes, a blank value. So keep in mind this, and if you want to use this only for webhooks, be sure to disable the active for this rule to not be able to automatically run, or you are also using cron. Okay, so one more thing to specify here is that webhook OmniBlocks can be added multiple times in the same queue. So we can go again and add a webhook listener, and we can use this to save again. And you will see that we have this OmniBlock which has a 0AJ ID, and 0AK ID has this other webhook listener. And you can start using this webhook or even this webhook. Both will start processing the entire webhook queue and OmniBlock queue and getting from the parameters that you pass to it. Okay, so this is all for today. Let me know if you have more ideas, suggestions. I hope you enjoyed this new update because you really requested it. A lot of you guys asked for this. And like, share, subscribe. It's really appreciated. Thanks for watching until the end. Have a nice day. If you have more ideas, let me know in the comments. Bye bye.